Guys, are we finally back? Are we here? Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. We are back. And we are better than ever. Feels good to be back. Feels very good to be back. And to be frank with you, I needed this rest. Like, as much as I love doing this show, it was getting to a point where I'm like, I need to take a break or else I'm gonna fumble the ball. And with the stuff I'm cooking up in the next 2 months, because 2 more months until this show is finished for season 2, yeah, I feel very kind of, yeah, I feel very refreshed, I'd like to say. That's the best possible way I can put it. Is I feel very refreshed. I feel motivated. Yeah. But now, so if some people don't recall, we just had, we just had, War Games. War Games was really good. A lot of good stuff happened. A lot of bad stuff happened, if depending on your thoughts of it. But we press on. That's a good thing about us, is we find a way to press on. We got some new viewers recently. I've been making strides in making sure that this gets back up to how it's meant to be. My storylines are still very clear in my head, and I think without further ado, we should smash right back in to the grind of ECW. Let's do this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW. I'm your host, as always, Scott Silver, coming to you live from the ECW Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rogers.
And we start tonight off, we start the new year of ECW off with the real deal here, Liam Rogers, fresh off of a War Games victory at Survivor Series, taking out CM Punk and the United Kingdom with helps of his 2 children, Jackson Meyer, helping out reforming the Rogers family, but now back to singles competition, now believing that his past is finally behind him. Let's see if Rogers can finally move on and possibly look to capture a championship. But who will his opponent be tonight? And it is gonna be a banger after banger after banger. The Celtic Warrior is here.
And his opponent from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
To my knowledge, these two have never met inside the squared circle before. So this could be a all-star match. This could be a dream match for some. So this will be very interesting to watch as these two get it on for the first match of 2026. Liam Rogers, Sheamus. And this match is now officially underway, and immediately Sheamus going in for that clothesline, and Rogers immediately hitting him with that cutter, that spin top cutter, trying to wear down Sheamus as quick as possible, but now attacking the leg of Rogers, trying to keep him down as quick as possible. And now his knee straight to the skull of Rogers. Rogers able to quickly get back to his feet now. Both men fighting for position. Collar and elbow tie up right here. Trying to fight for positioning, and Rogers getting in that headlock. Trying to get in early. The more chip damage you do now, the more it will affect you later in the matchup. Both of these men know that. Both of these men have had years worth of experience, not against each other, but in the realm of professional wrestling, and the power of Rogers as he throws Sheamus around and getting that over neck breaker, going for the cover quite early on this match. A 2 count, but a kick out from Sheamus. And now the kick and strikes. Rogers is right now on the biggest high after out of War Games, and now he's not letting that momentum stop him. To his feet, and again another collar and elbow tie up. It shows how bad Sheamus wants this. He'll go onto the ropes. The referee will pull them apart. And an even break. No hostility here between these two men. And again, these two will fight for positioning. An old school wrestling match and then some. And now working the elbow, working the wrist, working the hand. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And now Sheamus now in control. Sheamus now just absolutely trying to pull Rogers' arm right over its socket at this point. If he keeps going like this and he gets thrown down right onto the canvas, now quickly tripped up. Rogers still aware of his surroundings, thankfully, and now will throw over and a moonsault off of a springboard. Really impressive. Now going for the cover. Could that be it? But no, a kick out at 1. And just like that, we can see the crimson red across the face of Sheamus. Blood has been spilt. Rogers will quickly go outside and meet Sheamus, and a black mass directly onto that part of his skull that was busted open. And now the abstract painting known as Sheamus's face is now covered in blood. Cover! But a kick out at 2 once again. And now, just like that, it is... No, it's not! Kick out at 2 was not enough to put that away. But now the senton. Just when we thought that the life sentence could finish anyone in a match, it just wasn't enough, and again stomping. Now right on the apron, what is Rogers planning to do here? Rolling through, didn't quite get all of it. Now Sheamus will capitalize, hoisting Rogers up, and now Snake Eyes off the top rope there, and now the wailing of rights. Trying to paint Rogers' face with blood as well. As he chucks him across the ring. The power of the Celtic Warrior in full effect. Sheamus definitely getting second wind here, if I do say so myself. Now pulling Rogers. Right, trying to get into that corner, but Rogers stops it just in time. Now into the ropes. Trying to possibly throw him over, but Sheamus was able to catch it. All it takes is one bro kick. One backspace. One bankrupt. Anything can happen in this match to put them away permanently, but now look at this. Rogers adapting this into his repertoire as of late, a submission. And there it is, hoisting Sheamus up. But look at this, Sheamus immediately. Rogers not wanting to win via submission, and now the knee from Sheamus quite literally putting him in the favorable position. Rogers not wanting to win via submission. That could have made it just come back and bite him in a Celtic Warrior with the bro kick. Cover, but using the ropes, but a kick at it too. Still not enough to put Rogers away. Despite the bro kick, the dirty pin. Sheamus now, right there, full body press, and Rogers now bleeding from the skull, knee first onto that skull as well, to add insult to injury. Is Sheamus possibly planning for another? Here we go, holding him up. Getting for another snake eyes off the top rope. Now hoisting Rogers up into sitting position and a kick straight into the eyes. Liam Rogers may be in a situation he can't control. Sheamus now power bomb. Sheamus teasing that he's looking for another, but Rogers able to sidestep out of harm's way, kicking the calf of Sheamus. What does he do here? Into the corner, hoisting Sheamus to the top turnbuckle. Wait, what is happening here? Wait, Rogers is looking for it! Rogers is looking! Spanish fly! A Spanish fly from Liam Rogers! And I agree with the fans in attendance, this is awesome! And to seal the deal, bankrupt! Cover from the real deal heel! And he gets the win! An amazing match to start off 2026 with a victory for the Australian accent. That's Ethan King! Ethan King with the kendo stick! We thought that the Kings and Liam were done! Come on! What the hell is this? Here we go, Johnny Gargano. This is meant to be the grudge match after what happened at Survivor Series after Ciampa turned on Gargano and he's calling it a replacement. That's the Samoan werewolf. That's Jacob Fatu. Tommaso Ciampa calling it a replacement for his grudge match. We're getting Johnny Wrestling versus the Samoan werewolf. I guess there's no time to dispute it. This is our match tonight. And everyone's in the corner of Johnny Gargano, but I don't think that's going to matter very quickly if you have someone like Jacob Fatu in the opposite corner. Jacob Fatu, the now longest reigning ECW Hardcore Champion. But Johnny Wrestling isn't one person to sleep on. Now trying to roll him up for a quick and easy victory. But a kick out before the count could even start. This isn't about beating Jacob Fatu for Gargano. This is about surviving Jacob Fatu. As both men going shot for shot, blow for blow right now. Quite early on in this match. Fatu was able to get an extra shot in there. Soon enough, these two will tire themselves out. But the only question is when. That's Gargano getting that shot back and getting some more extra hits in there. And now both men wailing on each other, stiff rights, trying to fight for control of this, and Fatu getting the upper hand. Gargano dazed at this wild Samoan crossbody off the top rope. Cover from Fatu. But a kick out at 2. Fatu practically stalking his enemy. And oh my god, sitting pile driver! And Gargano tips up like it's nothing. Gets thrown into the ropes. Fatu trying to go for a running crossbody there, but Gargano taking advantage. Gargano now fighting like his life depends on it. Face first into the canvas. And now out on the apron. Was he going to go through the middle? No! Going over the ropes with that kick. And sizing Fatu up as he sets himself up in the corner. Drop kick to the spine. Gargano showing that he has what it takes, but again isn't even able to get a 1 count when trying to attempt to pin this werewolf. And now into the ropes and immediately pop up and a Samoan drop. Fatu could look for the means of an end and the Uso splash. The Samoan dynasty all around him as he goes for a cover, but a kick out at 2 from Gargano. Still somehow in this match, but Fatu elevated DDT. Cover. But somehow Gargano kicks out. Fatu is beside himself. Stiff shot right there, the back of the skull. Gargano somehow still pulsing his way through this match. Drop down from Fatu, and now the straight to the skull of Gargano. And now another Samoan drop set up there from Fatu. Goes for the cover. This has got to be it. Put him out of his misery. And there it is. Fatu picking up the victory against Johnny Gargano. The man who thought he was fighting his former tag team partner, the man who attacked him at Survivor Series. We thought we were getting Ciampa and Gargano, but it seems that Ciampa had other plans. We don't know if that injury is legitimate or not, but all that matters is that Fatu came in and cleaned up. Gargano tried as hard as he tried. He kicked out of so many things we genuinely did not think he would be kicking out of. But somehow Fatu finds a way to put down the man that we thought would survive anything. That's right here. That air that he got on that Samoan drop. And that is done and dusted.
Here is your winner, the Samoan Werewolf,
ECW's golden child, Jai Phillips, will be addressing the people at home. And here he is, ECW's chosen one. The man who had an unfortunate fate at Survivor Series, getting a loss against Kenny Omega. But apparently, that may have just set him straight. And there it is, Jai Phillips himself saying thank you to Kenny Omega for putting his mind back at ease, no longer seeking revenge on CM Punk, but just wanting to move on, to right wrongs, and to focus on else. But just as he says that, there's our general, and screwed him, and Punk saying that, that he knows that Jai Phillips wants to have a match with him, that he's defeated the Kings, but he hasn't defeated him. The fact that he knows how badly Jai wants to fight him, and that it doesn't matter how much soul-searching he takes, that he wants him. What does Jai Phillips do? Jai Phillips says that he's done with words. He wants a fight. And now Punk fighting back. We're getting general manager versing Jai Phillips. This is the fight that he wants. Back body drop. But now look at this Anaconda Vice by CM Punk. Well, look at Jai Phillips now. Jai Phillips hoisting up to get himself out of that submission. And now, knee directly to the skull of CM Punk. And now throwing over, but Punk was able to catch it. We forget that though CM Punk is our general manager, though he wears the suit, he's still a very capable athlete, pro wrestler, whatever you want to call it. All Jai wanted for the last few months, ever since SummerSlam, was to get revenge on the man who screwed him, and he right now is throwing hands with the very man who called the order. Where does this go? They can beat the hell out of each other all they like. It's not going to solve any issues. There's not going to be a dedicated winner or loser for this. And wait a second. Breaking news! Executive CEO Paul Heyman just released a news article saying that because of this fight that is happening as we speak inside the ring, that at the Royal Rumble, CM Punk will go one-on-one with Jai Phillips to finally put an end to this heated rivalry. There we go. It's going to be settled at the Royal Rumble. And let's see how that goes. And here we go, our semi-main event. As the tradition continues, the Drew McIntyre Open Challenge is right on our doorstep. Is right here, the Scottish Warrior, the ECW Hardcore Champion. Right there, the belt around his waist as the Open Challenge starts.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the ECW Hardcore Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
And if you're just tuning in this episode, how this Open Challenge works is that anyone from any company, any roster, any professional wrestler can come in and challenge Drew McIntyre, and if they are to defeat Drew McIntyre, they will earn a shot at that championship he's holding up right there. We've had some really good challenges. Obafemi, Swerve Strickland. So now let's see who answers the call this week. And it seems to be the megastar. It is.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds,
L.A. Knight. Yeah, the megastar, the man who has gone on a really good string of matches as of late. Could he possibly pull one fast over Drew McIntyre's eyes, defeat him, and then get a shot at the hardcore title. The fans still love him inside arenas, outside arenas, wherever. They still love LA Knight. Here we go, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. These two men have met before. Let's see if this one is any different. The bell has rung. Immediately drop kick straight to Drew McIntyre. LA Knight trying to fire out on all cylinders very early on. And now, nearly trying to kick in that midsection, but Drew was trying to hold on to him. LA Knight using it to his advantage. Now Drew throwing him over organically. And now both men surprisingly going shot for shot here. No massive amounts of offense just yet. But as we say that, LA Knight looking to try to make an exclamation point. Back body drop on the apron. The hardest part of a professional wrestling ring is that apron right there. And Drew just went spine first. And now LA Knight, top turnbuckle to the outside. What is he thinking of doing? Double axe handle to the outside. And now LA Knight will go shopping for some weaponry. And he found the steel ladder. Setting up, no, not taking it into the ring, and now Drew will look for some weaponry of his own, and he has gotten the tables! But LA Knight stopping him before he could use it, bouncing his head right off of that apron. As I said, very vicious part of the ring that is to be collided by, and now throwing him into the barricade as well, and now LA Knight will try the other side of the ring, sledgehammer, but Drew able to avoid it, and Pavel LA Knight around that outside area. Now throwing Knight back into the ring. Drew quickly meeting him there. But now, look at this. Drew able to throw LA Knight off his person. And now again, looking for some fresh weaponry. Steel trash can now in play. Face first trying to go, but LA Knight reverses it straight into the hardcore champion, and now he's bleeding from the skull. Grabbing the table once again, but Drew stopping him this time. The reversal, Inzaguri. Now that diving elbow connects. Well, again, feels like he's trying to look for something very specific, and he has a microphone. We know how good LA Knight can speak on the mic, but I don't think he's going to be saying words with him. Unfortunately, Drew stopping him dead in his tracks, and now a snake eyes off the ring apron. It is very difficult to tell who is liking who right now. And now throwing LA Knight back into the ring. And now a Claymore kick! The Claymore kick out of nowhere! Cover! But a kick out at one. The Claymore out of nowhere. That is what won him the title. That's what has helped him retain the title for so long. And now the table being put inside. Well, what is he thinking of doing to LA Knight? LA Knight standing now, being thrown into that corner. Maybe giving Drew optimal time to set up the table, and he does just that. And now a clothesline in the corner, trying to go for the cover. Could this be it? Will he not even have to use the table? No, a kick out at two. Now, Drew, neck breaker right inches away from the table. And now, look at this. Future Shock DDT. Cover on Knight. But a kick out at two. And now, Drew letting the table ablaze. And now what happens here? LA Knight fighting to not be put into the flaming table, but Drew stopping him. But look at that, face first, inches away from the flames. Drew hell-bent on putting LA Knight through this table. And will he get it complete? And he will through the flaming table! Goes LA Knight! The back of LA Knight, I guarantee you, is broken. Where do you go from here? Try to pop him up, but now LA Knight over the top to the apron. Being able to get back inside. Look at this cross! Right there, drop kick off the springboard. Now, what is he trying to do? Right there with the jumping elbow. LA Knight, yeah! Again, grabbing that microphone. Will he put it right there? Trying to throw it to Drew, but Drew able to catch it, and a neck breaker right there on the unclosed table. And now trying to put it away. The countdown. Claymore kick, but no. LA Knight was able to sidestep out of harm's way. Spinning neck breaker from LA Knight, going for the cover off the Scottish Warrior to secure a title opportunity, but a kick out at 2. Drew back now to his feet, but both men going shot for shot right now, and now his own neck breaker. LA Knight will look for some more weaponry. Kendo stick. We saw how effective that was in the hands of Ethan King against Liam Rogers at the start of our night, breaking across the skull of the Hardcore Champion. And now another ladder, the big ladder against the commentary desk and the ring, has now been set up and set into stone. Whether someone goes through it is beyond me, but we're about to find out, as now Drew getting some good shots into this match. Right there, face first, almost clipping onto that turnbuckle. He finds himself in the corner regardless, and now he's in position of that mic that goes face first into LA Knight. What happens here? Face going off of that, but now LA Knight reversing him into that corner himself. Getting a good run up and an elbow. Some good uppercuts there from LA Knight. A kip up from the champion. As if they're stalking each other. One has trash can, one has steel steps. Where does this go? Face first goes Drew McIntyre off of the steel. What a match this has become. And now Drew just trying to get to a point where he can get the victory there in midsection across the barricade. And now throwing LA Knight across the outside area, and a Glasgow headbutt right there. In the words of Drew McIntyre, here we fucking go. But LA Knight having other plans, throwing Drew McIntyre across the outside area, and again looking to throw caution into the wind. Right there, knee to the midsection off of that top rope. And again, we'll now look for some more weaponry. Another steel trash can. But it seems like that's not what he was looking for. Jumping elbow strike once again. Kendo stick. Right there in the body, and again breaking across Drew McIntyre. LA Knight looking to possibly put this away. BFT! Blunt force trauma! Now he just needs to get him into the ring and pin him, and a title opportunity could be his. But no, is he looking for another? He was, he got greedy, and now Drew Glasgow headbutt. Drew trying to compose himself. He has never been in this close of an opportunity, and sometimes trying to go for the steel chair. But LA Knight catches him, and now a Russian leg sweep onto that chair. LA Knight not letting up though. And now the chair's on the other foot. Right there across the back of McIntyre, and again, and for a third time. Denting the chair, as a matter of fact. And now throwing Drew across that outside area. Knee lariat combo. Cross body. LA Knight does not want to risk any more chances. Another blunt force trauma. Just get him into the ring and pin him, for God's sake. 2 BFTs, multiple jump. LA Knight has the means to an end. No, Claymore! Claymore from Drew McIntyre! Running around, and now Drew solidifying a little bit more dominance now. But they need to get back into the ring to finish this. And like clockwork, Drew, look how bloody his head is. Will that Claymore be enough to secure the victory? And it is! Drew McIntyre once again coming out on top in the open challenge, but what a match it was. LA Knight joins his past competitors in this challenge, but he might be at the very top of the list of people who gave Drew a run for his money. He got so close, so far, hell, even got put through a flaming table. But it was not enough. Right here was the end of LA Knight's dreams of becoming hardcore champion.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Congratulations, Drew McIntyre. He keeps that hardcore title safe for another week as we now move on to our main event. And here we go, our main event for tonight. The gold is on display, so we know who's coming out. Our ECW champion, Adam Cole, baby!
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 201 pounds, the ECW champion, Adam Cole!
Adam Cole, as we know, at Survivor Series laid waste to Jeff Hardy, his #1 challenger, the man who pinned him a handful of times to get that opportunity, came up short when it mattered the most. So now our ECW champion is without a competitor, is without a challenger, and is all filled with his own ego. As champions up there with CM Punk and Jai Phillips, it is Seth frickin' Rollins! If we want to talk about former ECW champions,
And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins!
as we know, this man defeated Jai Phillips shortly after last year's WrestleMania to become champion, unfortunately losing it back to Jai within a month, but still being a part of that list of ECW champions isn't something to fault. If this isn't a dream match, I don't know what is. Seth Rollins, Adam Cole, main event here in Philadelphia. Here we go, both men ready. And now officially underway. Both men wasting no time trying to get into collar over tie-up, trying to fight for positioning. Seth Rollins will take the lead. Adam Cole just trying to get out of the hold as quickly as possible, but Seth, and now roll up pin on the champion. Kick out at 1. And now seems like Seth is just trying to toy with him. Sling blade from Rollins, and the high knee as well. Now what another collar over tie up from these two men. The biggest complaint that some people have with Adam Cole as champion is that he may be a little bit too young to be a world champion, that he doesn't know what he's doing. Let us remember how Adam Cole won the championship in the first place. After a grueling match at SummerSlam, Jai Phillips getting distracted and attacked by his own general manager, who was a special guest referee, and then aligning himself with the Kings to deal some more damage. And then this man right here, Adam Cole, cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase, selling out and becoming world champion. He's tried everything he can to retain it, and that is continuing right here tonight as a kick out at 1 from Seth Rollins. As Cole just trying to add some more bruises to the long list that is Seth Rollins' career. And now look at this. Trying to go for a calf crusher in known to of his longtime friend AJ Styles. Their time in Bullet Club. And now Seth with his own submission, cross face. But again, Adam Cole able to get out of harm's way. And now, look at this. Adam Cole, look at it, nowhere, last shot! The last shot connecting out of nowhere by Adam Cole! Cover, but a kick at it too! That was out of nowhere. That was unprecedented. And now these men will go strike for strike. But it seems that Cole, just based off that move, now has Seth freaking Rollins' number. What more has got to go Adam Cole's way until he's satisfied? And now Seth telling him to bring it, and now the punches have flown! Continuing to hit until one gives up, and Adam Cole is standing there, the victor of that little scrimmage, going top rope, and now getting the clothesline to send Seth Rollins to the canvas. And now look at this, trying once again to get Seth to submit, calf crusher, but rope break on that lower rope. What does Adam Cole do now? Adam Cole trying to get one more. Last shot. Last shot. Adam Cole goes for the cover. And that is it. Adam Cole getting the win off of Seth freaking Rollins, solidifying himself as a true champion. What the hell? That's Finn Balor. We haven't seen him in months. The one man Adam Cole can't beat, and it seems that the line is drawn. And with that, that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in, ECW. It is good to be back. I have been Scott Silver, and I will see you when I see you. Take care.